Good morning, Africa. How you are? Welcome to the 17th episode of the podcast Africa, the next big thing. And the mission of this podcast is to help African entrepreneurs become influent leaders by promoting out your brand, your culture, and sharing your success story so that you will be, easily connected with foreign investors, and this will keep the African youth inspired. In life there are a lot of times when we make a goal, but sometimes we don't be able to find our purpose. And as it says, a goal without a proper purpose is just a wish. So the guest that we are having today, Mr. Isaac Ajayi, he's somebody who is an expert. He helped lot of students, lot of people who are just starting out their career to know their life purpose, and this is going to be our main topic today. And he is also a content creator, he's a socialpreneur. He also helped millennials to uncover their purpose and put it to work, deliver value, and create a positive change in the society. So let's not wait for him. The new year is coming in few days now, so let's take a lot of insights from him. And here he comes, he's live with us, and here he is. Hi, Mr. Isaac, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much, Chirag, for welcoming me.
Yes. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for your
Thank you.
precious time. I
Thank
know
you.
you are very busy person with lot of projects, but
Yes.
thank you so much. Today you are here live with us,
Thank
so
you very
it's
much for
great.
having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And
Yes,
just
and
before, because our yes, our topic is very interesting today. So before we just jump to the topic, I would like to know a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get started? What you, yeah,
mm,
little your backstory, your education. What was your childhood like? Yes, please. Over to you.
thank you very much. And like you said, my name is Isaac Olasukomi Ajayi. I'm from
Okay.
Ekiti State, Southwest Nigeria. I came
Okay.
from an entrepreneurial background with both parents who have discovered their passions and pursued them victoriously. So my dad was a professional photographer and he built his life from the fortunes he made from photography. Today, he is 83 years of age and still training people in that field. My mom was a trader, a typical market woman who says relatively all daily needs. And she has retired today from that due to her health. So, growing up with that mindset, I have set out my mind that I am going to establish a brand that will touch people's lives. So, I studied business administration and management as my first degree and proceeded to bag four postgraduate diplomas, one in human resources management, and the second in project management and construction, and the third in customer relationship management, and the fourth in oil and gas production management from International College of Safety and Management Professionals. And so after that, I proceeded to having my Master of Science in Business Studies from School of Business and Trade in Switzerland. I also had a level 7 diploma in business administration from London Institute of Business Studies. And
Great.
finally, I proceeded to having my Master of Business Administration with a specialization in advanced artificial intelligence and the future of automation from Nexford University. And so my 8+ years of journey in human resources management as an human resources professional was one of self-discovery. I discover my calling while working with people of various calibers, motivating, encouraging, assisting, resolving disputes, and putting smile on people's faces. It's amazing how people kept coming to me and calling me to get my opinion on every issue, even in their personal lives, and how once I suggest an idea, they follow through on it and it works. This was how I discovered what I really love doing, which also makes me happy to assist people in discovering and defining their passion and purpose and putting it into action. Help people discover what fires them up to get things going and add fuel to that fire to instill the passion, inspiration, and enthusiasm in people that drive them to behave in the ways that promote personal, societal, and organization growth and development, to infuse energy and connection into people's lives through a value driven leadership from a deep sense of purpose and responsibility to improve performance, deliver values,
Great.
and create positive change. So I got started with the purpose pressure out of passion to help millennials and Generation Z, which we call Gen Z, to uncover their purpose, gain clarity, and put it to work. So the purpose pressure is relatively very young. It was funded January this year with the mandate to
Great.
help people discover their purposes so that they can maximize their potentials towards a fulfilling, impactful, and influential life. So that's that about my background, Chirag.
Oh, amazing, amazing, and thank you so much for sharing it. So, my question to
Yeah.
you is now, so what were the challenges in your journey, like when you just decided that yes, you have to go through this, the purpose pressure that you have mentioned, and what was the tipping point where you decided, yes, this is the time that you want to start on your own?
Okay. Talking about challenges, one of it was loneliness. You know, when you are starting something up, you will be the only one, and your mind thinking about, okay, what am I going to do? Being a socialpreneur or an entrepreneur or a social entrepreneur is a lonely career and can be overwhelming regardless of how successful you have been in your previous job. Looking in the
Right.
mirror and just seeing yourself as the one and only person to make your company successful is damn scary. You can agree with me because it's something that you are doing or that you have done
Of course.
before. But not
Yes.
having to play but when you think about not having to play corporate political games and the opportunity to build a venture which represents your values, as in personal values and passion, it will motivate one to dive into social entrepreneurship. So it is challenging to wake up and be an employee number one for one of your own no company. That is, you are your number one employee, the only number one
Yes.
employee in your organization.
I know how it
So
feels.
it's fair. So well, that would be another statement if I said it wasn't lowly. So it was very lowly. So the second challenge is this challenge of making the right decision. Am I making the right decision? That is all the question I usually ask myself. When you have nobody else to depend upon to make a big decision with, which could greatly impact your startup company, how do you know it is right? Sometimes ask yourself, am I right? These are many times I have second guessed my decision, and I've also realized I made wrong choice. I make wrong decisions, even sometimes. But ultimately, the final decisions as the founder and a social entrepreneur, you understand, is 100% my responsibility. So one must have confidence in one's ability to make a decision which is independent of personal emotions or self-driving. You understand? So not a
Yes.
single person, especially a first-timer or a first-time social entrepreneur, has the depth of knowledge or experience to make right decision every time, even those who had experience in organization. I have always looked for a well experienced mentor or successful entrepreneur to leverage as an advisor during this venture. And another one, which is the third challenge I had, was sometimes when you become an entrepreneur or social entrepreneur, unexpectedly, due to circumstances outside of your control, you don't have time to stockpile cash reserves. You don't have a lot of money in reserve. So financing this business, minimal savings and home equity loans becomes the only option you have. And that puts a huge amount of prayer and motivation for succeeding. That you borrow money from somebody, you have to succeed in order to repay them back. You understand? So, and by the way, borrowing from friends, family can only be considered once one business model has proven itself to be successful or as a last resort. So we are growing systematically. The purpose pressure is growing systematically. We are doing what we can do with what we have, and so irrespective of lack of finance, irrespective of loneliness and the bad decisions that we have made, I can tell you authoritatively because of the passion that I have in this to touch people's life. We have started with what we have. We are doing what we can with what we have. Thank you very much, Chiraj.
Yes. Amazing, amazing, and thank you so much for your openness. Like you have shared so much
Thank
thing, and
you.
I really appreciate that.
Thank you very
So,
much.
yes, as you are a a purpose preacher and all those things, so which is great. Like you are helping a lot of people, to know and find their purpose and passion. So, like as
Yes.
is, companies perform better when
Mhm.
they know that what is the purpose, the company
Definitely.
purpose. And also employees also perform better when they know the company purpose. So
Yes.
how purpose is important in business and leadership?
Thank you very much for that question. You see, everyone at every level of the organization or business must be able to articulate the purpose, to know why they are working together and what they are accomplishing. Number two, the why of the organization is its purpose. I say it again, the why of the organization is its purpose. Its companion, its vision is its what. The what of an organization is a visual representation of what the organization will look like when its purpose is realized. Number three, purpose promotes organization alignment. Every day, thousands, if not tens of thousands of employees makes countless decisions and take countless actions that must be aligned with the organization's overall goals and strategy. You will agree with me, it is the glue that holds the organization together, keep it
Yes.
cohesive and on the track to achieve the larger vision. So on the part of leadership, purpose is the soul of leadership. You will agree with me on that too. Effective leadership begins with purpose. Effective leaders use purpose to show their teams what is possible and what is within reach. Without purpose, leaders, individuals, and teams can easily go off track. You will agree with me on that. So,
Yeah.
the leader must embody the purpose. It is the responsibility of the leader as the leader, rather, to articulate, to model, and embody purpose in every communique, in every conversation and interaction. But make no mistake, your sense of purpose has nothing to do with your ego or your achievement. Your teams, as a leader, must see the alignment between what you envision, the values you live by, and the strategy you outline to get there to be truly motivated and highly effective. So, if you are sincere, expressing your enthusiasm will energize the entire teams. So that is the importance. Those are the importance of purpose in both organization and in leadership. Chirag.
Yes. Oh, amazing. Amazing,
Thank you.
And so like the topic, our topic is also like, I have told my audience that we are going to know the 5 tips, on how to find your purpose in life. So what are the 5 tips that you want to give?
Okay.
Easy tips
Well,
so that they can
okay.
listen to this today and they will find it.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, let me start with this simple analogy. You
Okay.
see, it is very important to find
Yes.
where your abilities and personal drive intersect with the needs of others.
Yes.
It is very important to find where your abilities and personal drive intersect with the needs of others. I believe that you can find that junction by answering the following 3 questions. Number one, what do I love?
Hmm.
Number two, what am I good at? Number three, what does the world need?
Yes.
Once these 3 questions are answered, you have already uncovered your life purpose, where your God given talents, abilities, passion, and the needs of the world cross, there lies your purpose. Simply put, where your God given talents, ability, passion, and you can even add strength, and the needs of the world, where it cross, there lies your purpose. So simply put, this is the simple analogy through which you can find your purpose in life. And like I said again, I believe that you can find that junction by answering the following 3 questions. Number one, what do I love? What am I good at? What does the world need? Once these questions are answered, you have already uncovered your life purpose. So have this in mind, where your God given talent, ability, passion, and even strengths and the needs of the world cross, there lies your purpose. Thank you very much,
Amazing.
Chirag.
Amazing. So these are 3 tips that can change your
Yes,
life, the one that you have mentioned.
definitely, definitely,
Amazing,
definitely,
amazing, amazing,
definitely.
amazing,
Thank you very much.
so Mr. Isaac, like, see, everybody purpose is different. Like, for a man purpose is different, for a women purpose is different always. So
Definitely.
according to you, like, how to find a purpose as a man. I want you to answer that, and also how to find a purpose if you are a woman, because you have worked with
Okay,
both of them. Yes, please.
definitely, definitely. Thank you very much. Being a man
Yes.
and a father,
Yeah.
you understand. I can tell you categorically how to find your purpose as a man. Okay, coming back from the tips that I just explained, the tips to find your purpose that I just talked about applies to both man and woman. But not only that, however, some clarifications differentiate certain things. So, as a man, how do you find your purpose? Number one, you must know that as a man, you are a potential father.
Yes.
You are a potential father as a man. So, as a man, this is how to find your purpose. You see what you are good at. That is your talent. It can be anything. What you are good at, that is your talent. It can be anything. If what you are good at is something that you love, that is your vocation. Like my dad, I told you, he loved photography, and he loved it so much it became it became its vocation. And everything he made in his life, building house, buying car, and doing good things, raising his children, he made it from photography. So if what you are good at is something that you love, that is your vocation. If you are good at it and you love it and it benefits you, that is your job as a man.
Yeah.
Now, this is the last step. If you are good at it, if you love it, if it benefits you and it benefits your family, this time around your wife and your children, and you can improve someone else's life with it, that is your purpose in life. If you are good at it, if you love it, if it benefits you, if it benefits your family and you don't have problem combining it with them, if it improves someone else's life, that is your purpose in life as a man. Now, let me go to how to find your purpose as a woman.
Yeah.
Like I said, concerning a man, every man is a potential father. And so I'm going to tell you that every woman is a potential mother too. So
Yes.
every woman is a potential mother, and automatically our purpose encompasses our family. Is that not?
Yes.
You can testify to that. So if you are given 1 hour as a woman, if you are given 1 hour on a stopwatch to talk about something to talk about something, what will it be? That is, if you are given 1 hour as a woman on a stopwatch to talk about something, what will it be? If you can answer that, take note of it. Now, the question is, do you love waking up on a Monday morning, or do you constantly wish it was Friday evening? If you love waking up on Monday morning, take note of what drives your passion as a woman to want to wake up very early on Monday morning. Now, this is the final step. The question is, what do you love to do as a woman? How passionate are you about it? Number
Yes.
three, can you happily combine it with the family and still be very much happy? If your answer to these questions is yes, that is your purpose as a woman. What do you love to do as a woman? Are you passionate about it? Can you happily combine it with your family, that is your husband and your children, and still be very much happy and touch lives? If your answer is yes, that is your purpose as a woman. Chirag,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Oh, amazing, amazing, Mr. Isaac. And I hope my viewers, you guys are also getting a lot of insight. So I would urge you that you guys just take out your notepad, pen, and paper and write all the points that he is telling, because it's really, really insightful. So, Mr. Isaac, my next question to you is, I don't like to do comparisons, first of all, but you know, if I compare Africa, Africa is a continent which has huge potential. We all know that, and no doubt
Definitely.
about it. And that's what my channel name is. Africa is the next big thing. But till now, I would say, like, why I won't take it like Africa failed, but why Africa is lacking behind when it's compared to North America, Europe, Asia, or even South America? Why Africa
Okay.
is a little behind from them? What is the main
Thank
reason?
you. Thank you for that question. You may
Yes.
not want to say it from where you are coming from. You hesitated, like you said. But I can categorically tell you that African continent failed. There is no
Hmm.
doubt about that. And I will tell you why. African continent failed because it has thrown away the future of our youths.
Hmm.
The future of any continent, you will agree with me, or any country, depends on our youth.
On a youth. Yes.
Africa as a continent has a very vibrant youth with prospects, but these prospects are wasting away in the street of all African nations. You have been to Africa, you have been to Ghana, you have been to
Yes.
Nigeria. You can testify to this. The
Yes.
potential of young people in the driving force of our collective, as African continent, African as a continent rather, has a very vibrant youth with prospects. But these prospects are wasting away, like I said, in the street of African nation. The potential of people in the driving force is the driving force of our collective prosperity. That is the potential of young people, I mean, is the driving force of our collective prosperity. You will agree with me. And this is particularly relevant to Africa, whose population is projected to represent over 40% of the world's young people in less than 3 generations. By 2050, research had it that the teeming numbers of young Africans are forecast to form over a quarter of the world's labor force. Moreover, there is growing consensus that Africans' youthfulness will continue to grow for the next 50 years while other continents are aging. However, young Africans who should give momentum to the continent's transformation are largely annihilated and marginalized. You will agree with me on that. You have been to Africa before. Although
Yes.
past decades have seen advances in terms of policy commitment to youth development, both nationally and regionally, such gains have not always been matched by action on the ground. Far too many young people, too many youth are still jobless in Africa. You will agree with me on that, and struggle to even access public resources and quality social services. They are barely involved in policy formulation and programs designed as their participation in politics and decision making. And their decision making is even limited and often unheard of. At the same time, the yardstick for the success of African countries will be adequately measured by future generations if policies are weighed against action to foster transformation, inclusiveness, and even development. You will agree with me on that. And so that has been why African as a nation is lagging behind, like you said. And that is why African as a continent rather has failed vigorously. They've thrown away the future of their youth and they are not doing something about it. Back to you, Chirag.
Yes. And thank you so much for being so much open about it. But Africa is growing now, I would say, like, because this continent has a
Definitely.
huge potential. Yeah, as you said, the asset of this continent is, I even mentioned this in the last podcast, are the youth. The youth are the future of Africa, and they are
Definitely.
changing. But they will only change. Now we know that, the everything is becoming digital. Digitalization is coming. So youth should
Definitely.
invest more into digital right now. That's the time. This is
Definitely.
the time. Why other
Definitely.
continents are growing? Because they are moving to new technologies fast. So you also
Definitely.
have to do it. That's what,
Definitely.
it's
Definitely.
no doubt. So yeah, my Mr. Isaac, my next question to you, so where do you see yourself after 5 years? And
Mm.
what about, like, you do you have any plans to collaborate with others, what you are doing right now?
Definitely, I have plan. In the next 5 years to this time, you see, I see myself, or well, I see this social entrepreneur as in 5 years, I see us as becoming a formidable brand that everyone, most especially the millennials and the Gen Z, will reckon with. I see us having a school of purpose discovery and fulfillment to produce responsible kingdom citizens capable of transforming, impacting, and influencing their generation and future generation with their God-given purpose and potentials in their various spheres and influence. So I see us having a consulting skill that fosters youth entrepreneurship spirit because that is the only thing that can help African youths. So yes, we are very much open. to collaboration all over the world because there is no nation that doesn't value its youth. And any nation that doesn't value its youth, such nation will definitely fail. Back to you,
Yes.
Chirag.
Yeah. So, Mr. Isaac, my next question to you is like, what do you want to appeal to the investors? Because this episode will be watched by investors and a lot of people who are from North America, Europe, from Dubai, Middle East, and India. How big is
Definitely.
Africa market?
Hmm. So, I would say to investors from those nations that you have mentioned that the best time to invest in Africa is now. Talking about the market, I will first of all talk about the population. African, you will agree with me, is an emerging market. African
Yes,
has a
yes,
large population of youth, making it a potential workforce benefit for investors. Over 60% of the continent's population is below 25. You will agree with me
yes.
on that. You have been to Africa, you have worked there. The
Yeah, of
work,
course, of course.
what the World Economic Forum described Africa's youthful population as opportunity as opportunity for significant economic transformation and growth. For example, Nigeria is the most populous African country with over 206 million population. Investors can benefit from the population to build a large workforce for rewarding opportunities. Number two, like you said the other time, digital transformation. Africa leads the world in mobile adoption, which continues to offer the biggest cross-sectoral economic opportunity. Mobile payment networks pioneered in West Africa and East Africa opened the we had global economy to the poor unbanked city and rural dwellers. Companies such as Novartis, sorry, I'm mentioning it here, are using mobile telecommunication to manage their supply chain. Holland has used mobile to reach out to new African suppliers and farmers. These mobile initiatives have achieved huge success. So, mobile is the area where Africa has pushed beyond the boundaries. You will agree with me on that. And
Yeah.
African tech incubators are pushing to innovate. So, what's next? Investment. So, in this area, investors, this should appeal to investors in all those countries that you have mentioned to come to Africa as a continent and start investment. Back to you, Chirag.
Yes, no, amazing, and of course they have to come. This is the right time to
Definitely,
enter and penetrate the
definitely,
market. Yes, of
definitely,
course. Yeah.
definitely.
So, Mr. Isaac, now the last question. It's the last question, and I ask this in
Okay.
every episode. So, what
Okay.
advice do you want to give to a youngster who is between 18 to 25 who is watching this episode right now?
Thanks very much for that question. I will first of all start with this. Don't give up. Don't let the economy and politics blur your purpose. Number one, you need to uncover your purpose as early as possible so that you can impact your world positively, starting from Africa. Number two, get unstuck and face the future with fearless confidence. You have
Yes.
potential. You can face it. You can achieve anything you want to achieve. You need to get direction and align your life in line with what God has called you to do, in alignment with your passion and purpose in life. This is the time, African youth. This is the time. This is the time to discover your purpose and pursue it vigorously, victoriously. And so I will tell you again, don't give up. Don't let what is happening in Africa to our economy, in politics, to blow your purpose. You need to uncover your purpose as early as possible so that you can impact your world positively starting from Africa. You need to get yourself unstuck and face the future with fearless confidence. You need to get direction and align your life in line with your purpose in life. This is the time to discover your purpose and pursue it victoriously. Back to you, Chirag. That is my
Yes,
message.
yes. Amazing, amazing. And thank you so much, Mr. Isaac, for coming over here and
Thank,
sharing all your valuable, stories and everything, the insight that you have shared. It's really, really valuable, and I appreciate you for that. So, to all the
thank you
viewers, I
very
hope
much
you
for
have.
having me.
Yes, yes. Thank you. It's my pleasure. So,
Yeah.
So to all the viewers, uh, we are coming no, we are meeting next week. As simple as that. So I just want to say to all the viewers, I see this is the time. This is really the time to invest in yourself. I say this in every episode and I'll say it again. go and learn new things, new technology, about new digitalization. I know a lot of people, as I've told you, and I'm again mentioning this, when I started my career in digital, I started besides my job in Ghana. So I used to work online for 2 3 hours for Americans sitting in Ghana and making money in US dollars. So if I can do that that time, you guys can also do that. And how will you do that? When you are
Definitely.
going to invest and learn new skills. It's that simple. So it's not that
Definitely.
hard. Yes. So okay, I'll see you all in the next episode next week. Till then, bye. And thank you so much, Mr. Isaac, for coming.
Thank you very much, Chirag. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you,
Bye.
and God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.